Now let's take a closer look at the ulna, the medial bone of the forearm in anatomical position, the bone on the pinky side. We'll begin at the proximal end. The most prominent feature here is the trochlear notch, sometimes described as the claw. Its name reflects its shape. This notch articulates with the trochlea of the humerus, forming a major part of the elbow joint. You may also hear it referred to as the semilunar notch, which describes its crescent shape. At the superior end of this semilunar notch is the olecranon process. This is the rough, posterior projection where the triceps muscle attaches. It is easily palpable and forms what we commonly call the elbow joint. Just inferior to the trochlear notch is the coronoid process, meaning bird's beak, which helps describe the shape. The coronoid process forms the inferior part of the semilunar notch and plays an important role in elbow stability. On the lateral side, right next to the coronoid process, is the radial notch. This is where the head of the radius articulates. Remember, the radius is the lateral forearm bone, so this articulation occurs on the lateral aspect of the ulna. Now let's move down to the shaft. Along the proximal shaft, you'll find the supinator crest. It extends inferiorly from the posterior edge of the radial notch. Keep in mind that this description is based on anatomical position. The supinator crest is relatively short, only about 1 to 2 inches long, and it is not the sharp border that continues down the shaft. That longer, sharper border is where the interosseous membrane attaches. Just inferior to the coronoid process is the ulnar tuberosity. This is a roughened area that serves as distal attachment site for the brachialis muscle. Finally, we arrive at the distal end of the ulna. The distal end features the head of the ulna, which is the knobby terminal portion of the bone. This region is primarily surface anatomy. Projecting from the distal end is the styloid process, a pointed bony projection that can be palpated at the wrist. From the olecranon forming the elbow joint to the trochlear notch gripping the humerus, and down to the styloid process at the wrist, the ulna provides stability, leverage, and structure to forearm movement.